Good. So we've got a box from the archive store here, Nettie. Let's just have a look and see what we've got in it.
Oh, and first thing that will show you. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
No. Well, that is from the moment I opened the shop at Westmore's.
Gosh, this was way back in 2006.
Yes. Yeah. So
that was your first day trading.
First week.
First week trading.
Yes. So it was week number 1, and it ended on the 2nd of September.
Yeah.
And that was my weekly total.
So your weekly total was £378 and 39p.
And 39p.
That makes all the difference, doesn't it?
It does. And then I thought I'd do a monthly equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere, probably I think in the back, I did a rolling 8-week, once I got to 8 weeks. It's also got recorded in it various small
family events.
Family events, yes. Yeah.
Gosh, so this was right at the start. This was when the shop opened.
This was when the shop opened.
Gosh.
This not at the beginning of the business, because I've been going a couple of years then.
Of course, yes, you've been working from home, from your conservatory in your own kitchen.
Yes.
Prior to that. So this would all be manual. This would be cash takings in those days.
Yes. It was. We didn't take credit cards for quite a few years, because in those days it cost so much to set up credit cards.
Of course, that wouldn't be worth it at that stage.
Over £600 to set it up.
Gosh.
It was then. So we used to do cheques and cash.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ladies who she came in the other day, and we were having a little natter, and I said to one of the girls, Paige, I said to Paige, this lady has got the most beautiful handwriting, and she always used to write us a cheque.
Oh,
and
lovely.
It was beautiful. But she says she hasn't written a cheque for years now, so.
What a shame. And also you've got the weather recorded.
Yes, and sort of things that might affect the actual takings.
Might affect sales. So if it's
Yes.
bad weather, you'd expect the sales takings to be down, and then.
That's it. Yes. And also the school terms.
And the school terms, you've got one here which says snow, snow and snow.
And snow, that was on the
24th.
Somewhere in the 7th of February.
Gosh.
Bit different from this February, isn't it?
Different from this February, absolutely.
Beautiful. And yes, so it just went on. And then 2010, I was so proud.
Finally reached a
turnover
of £100,000.
In 12 months.
That's fantastic. And look, it looks like you were in Canada.
I went, yes, yeah. And
Gosh.
I lost Fred just before I went.
Gosh,
25th of the 8th.
Yeah. So Fred being the original inspiration
absolutely
for the business,
yes.
and he passed on the 25th of August 2009.
And then year 5 should give us when we got Upton as well, because it's 2011. Roadworks. That can actually make quite a difference, can't it? When you.
Again, it's interesting that you're recording all these potential events that might give a reason as to why takings were up or down. Week of the new counter open at Upton, first week of it. Gosh.
1st of July, 2000 that'd be 12 or
2011.
11.
So there you are. You can see on 19th of May 2011. That's when you acquired the unit.
That's it. Yes.
Gosh.
So this is, and then the totals it's a bit different from the first week in of the shop opening in Westmore's, but.
But it's remarkable how quickly it expanded and how quickly it took off.
Yes, especially it was totally word of mouth in those days.
Yes.
Totally word. I can remember people coming in and saying, oh, do you sell James Wellbeloved? And I would say, no, this is a dedicated raw food shop. And that's exactly what it was, a dedicated raw food shop. And then it was when a rep came in one day and sort of looked around. He was a bit, shall we say? And he said, well, I don't know what category to put you in. And then I realised there isn't another shop like this.
Completely unique.
In the country.
Completely the first ever.
That was when at the beginning.
It's one of those funny things, isn't it? You don't always recognise what you've got until something like that happens.
I just didn't think about it.
No.
I just knew that I needed to make it as easy as possible. I wanted people to try it. A lot of the people that came to us in the first instance were people that were desperate because they've tried everything else, and the dogs were facing euthanasia because of one thing or another. And they were the people that had nothing to lose by doing it.
So it was almost like a last resort.
It
Try
was
something
very much a last
completely
resort.
different.
Absolutely, very much a last resort for a number of people. And thankfully, it worked.
Yes.
It worked.
Well, that was then, and unfortunately today, now for many people, it's a first resort.
Yes,
Because it's the obvious choice.
But again, a lot of our customers are still coming through recommendation, word of mouth. So it's very gratifying.
Yeah.
Very amazing.
What a fantastic record to have and one to keep.
It's getting a little tatty, but yeah, there's enough. I think it's had a few splashes of tea and various things.
And probably a little of blood, sweat and tears as well.
Oh, yes, yes. But it's a very precious book.
Marvellous. Want to go back in the archive?
Oh, definitely. I'll pop it back in so we know where it is.
Good. Okay, so what else have we got in the box, Nettie? What other pieces in the archive?
A bit more of a rummage. Oh, that looks a bit more interesting.
Reference Bouncer Davy. Go on, what's this then?
Well, it was an honour, an absolute honour. They asked me if I would oversee if anything happened to them, to oversee Bouncer's future, basically.
Gosh.
And Bouncer was a lovely dog. He was a Gordon Setter cross, so it was quite a big boy. But I'd known him, and they were customers of mine from quite a long time. And Ernie and Doris Davy.
So this is like an addendum, a codicil to their will.
It was actually, yes, it was.
So in their will, they have made reference by their solicitor, asking you to take care of Bouncer in the event of their passing.
That's right. Yes.
And that's actually a formal legal document.
Yes.
In which they have given you the authority and the requirement to actually take care of him and to provide for him.
Yes. Yeah. So
well, that's fantastic. I mean, what a testament to the kind of relationship that you have with people.
Yeah, they were one of my first customers again. I used to deliver to them every week. Bouncy used to come out and help me put it in the freezer. And he was a lovely dog. When Doris unfortunately passed before Ernie, and then Ernie actually went to live with his daughter, and so Bouncer went as well.
Gosh.
And obviously I didn't interfere once Ernie had passed away, because Bouncer was settled, and the daughter had been looking after him. Yeah, so there wasn't an issue.
So tremendous foresight on their behalf and care that they anticipated that possibility, and took those kind of steps and trusted you and trusted Nurturing by Nature to take care of Bouncer in those circumstances.
Yeah, it was an honour, absolute honour. And he was a really lovely dog. But obviously this was in 2007 that they actually asked me to do this, and Bouncer has been gone for a little while, I'm
Yes,
afraid.
yes. Yeah.
But yes, that was
A
really
tremendous honour for customers to have that level
It
of
was,
faith and
yeah.
trust, both in you and in the diet that was being
Oh yes,
provided for him.
they weren't going to feed him. That was part of it, I think. They really wanted to make sure that he stayed on the raw diet.
The right diet.
Yes. So it was
Marvellous, great accolade. Okay.